healthcare facilities and medical practitioners are prepared. This storm is going to have a very broad impact, up to 200 miles from the center of the storm, in fact. So that impact could be the entire panhandle. So we want to make sure that the hospitals are prepared, potentially if they do determine that they need to evacuate, that they have the resources that they need in order to transfer patients where they need to be safe. Also, too, making sure nursing homes and assisted living facilities, if we have elderly that have special needs, making sure they get to the appropriate shelter or with their family. But we're mainly focused right now on making sure that facilities are prepared, they have the resources. We know that they're topping off their fuel tanks, for example, so that they have power. We know that they're stocking up on their food and drug supplies. So the good news about the storm moving so slowly is that we're able to make sure they get prepared.
You and I are talking late Monday afternoon. When evacuations are ordered, if they are, that is when the special needs shelters open, is that correct?
The local counties make the decision when they want to open those special needs shelters. Typically, those will start to happen when there is a watch or a warning declared, and when that happens and the county determines that they want to open those shelters, they typically do that very quickly. And it's important that people who have special medical needs, whether they rely on oxygen or other technologically dependent types of issues, they need to make sure they contact the local EOC or the American Red Cross so that they can get to a shelter that's safe.
Recovery from both Charlie and Francis, how is that proceeding?
Well, I'll tell you, we've had a lot of impact from both Charlie and Francis. In fact, we have some facilities now that are still in the process of dealing with major damage to their facilities. Martin Memorial Hospital, for example, in Stewart, had a tremendous impact to their roof and their elevator system. So they're somewhat inoperable, although they can take about 20 or 30 patients. We had facilities in Southwest Florida that are still operating on a very limited capacity right now. We have, for example, Central Florida Regional Hospital in Sanford is watching Lake Monroe very closely as it crests, because if it gets over 7 feet, then they're looking at some flooding that they'll have to contend with. So we're not over the issues with Francis and Charlie yet, so as we begin to prepare for Ivan. So these are devastating storms, but at the same time, they have really highlighted the preparedness and the hard work that people have done to make sure that Floridians are protected. I'm really proud of the folks who lead our healthcare facilities. They've done a good job.
I was going to ask you, are you satisfied with what they're doing?
I think they're heroes. I met a nurse in Brevard who lost her home, lost her car, yet she was still working in the emergency department at Holmes Regional. These people are giving their all, and I'm really proud of them. I think we've all learned from this, and we'll make improvements to the system going forward, but I think right now the most important thing is people are chipping in where they can, and I think it's great.
Alan Levine, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Levine, of course, is the Secretary of the Agency for Healthcare Administration. I'm Chris Codd at the Emergency Operations Center in Tallahassee, reporting for WFSU TV, the Florida Channel.